Alright, hello everyone. So this is the entity dashboards, connecting it all together. So if you had watched the previous videos already, then good for you. I think you are already ready for this one. If you are jumping into this video without checking all of the other content, I hope that you are ready and you already know the necessary knowledge and understanding the dashboards already. Cool? Great. So first is composition of entity finance health dashboard. So remember, we got all 7 categories that was discussed in the previous videos and slides. This is the index, so you can see all of the breakdown per sheets. Yeah. So first thing that you need to do is read the overview. So actually, this part is the intro, just to show to you what is the what you can do once you open the entity dashboard, right? So once you open the dashboard, you will be able to see what to do. So it's just breaking down on 5 steps. Read first the entity overview, check your top 7 issues, reading the sheets, discuss with for synergy, and then improve your budget process strategies. So this part is basically the step-by-step use that you can do every month, every time you check the dashboard. And then the other part is news and facts at the side. So this is part of the page that will import information that GFB needs to inform entities related to the dashboards. Now, read the the first part is reading the overview. So you have as you already know, this overview has different parts. So top bar, then the top bar is the basic details. This standards levels indicators is basically finance standards composition. Then sustainability items, financial indicators for performance, and then the profit losses per item. If you want to learn more about it, please go to the one of the previous slides that talks about overview. But from here, you can take your time to read what is your entity's current financial status in all aspects within just one sheet. So in just one sheet, you can already see what is happening. Next is top 7 issues. So you can see this part at the left, top 7 issues. This is generated top 7 issues of the entity based on the latest financial results. So basically, once you click this part here at the bottom, this actually moves you to a different sheet. Top 7 issues to focus on. So potential reasons why this is an issue, and then which sheet to prioritize in reading. So this 7 issues will be generated with reasons and with the priorities to check. So to make it easier and faster to direct you guys entities, you can go to these priority tabs for you to know which tab to look first. Also, this sheet is necessary to have a more descriptive explanation on why these 7 items are part of the issues. So the potential reasons actually just simply shows the generic possibilities. So thus there is a need to dig through and assess this in the deeper level. As you know, GFB survey only sees results based from the financial data that we collect, but we don't necessarily know what are the stories behind those progress or growth or drop. We don't know what is happening with HR. We don't know what's happening with marketing. We don't know what's happening with the other aspects. So the role here is to provide to you guys a direction on what you guys need to check, so that you can check even further with other functions and with other people on other aspects. Yeah. Okay. So top 7 issues. So the top 7 issues can be projected from all of these sheets. Like these are all of the sheets that you can check out from. Basically just check out number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. All of the sheets are numbered with those numbers, so you can, if you want to check out those tabs under the priority tabs of the top 7 issues, you can, or if you want to check out everything, you can go to all of the list of this sheet. Guide questions. Then these are guide questions. So these are actually just samples of descriptions, how to read guide questions that would be shown at the side of the majority of the sheets. Read and use this to your advantage when assessing your entity situation. So basically, the description. This is very direct. So the description is just describing what are the items are, what are the levels. How to read shows to you how to read the graphs and the tables, and then what to ask when I see this is are the guide questions. So those guide questions are the ones that you can ask yourself every time that you see these items. Now, these guys are not the only resource you can use when assessing dashboards. You may also use your own resources, tools, knowledge from our insights. Now, there's this tracker of guide questions that you can use for your assessment and answering. So let's go here. So for this one, this tracker is actually available alongside with a G Drive folder guide as well. So I suggest you check this out and then make a copy of this tracker. Okay, remember, make a copy. Yeah, so that you can use this for your own entity. Then, so what to do? So what are you going to do? So there is these four tabs, which are all of the guide questions of the four categories of sustainability, exchange, summary, indicators. So from here, you can already see the list of all of the questions. Just scrolling down, and then you can also go to the sides. Yeah, so the one at the side here are all of the questions. Then you can, if you're going to check this out and use this, you can write down what is the month of. So for example, you can write the month of October. Oops. Uh, then let's say LC sustainability is one of the top 7, then you can just choose which top are they, so that you can take note, and then you can write and you can put your answers there. Yeah. So from here, you can use this tracker so that in every time that you're going to check the dashboard, you can utilize this. This is, you can write down your answers so that you can have your own record. You can also customize this template as well as how you see it fit. Now, doing synergy meetings, right? So in synergy meetings, you can do basically anything. It's up to you on how you want to do it. We just are going to provide to you the ideal minimum in terms of having synergy meetings related to finance alongside with the entity dashboards and other resources that you have. So first part is briefer. So if you're going to have MC team synergy, and just give a briefer. So provide a brief and concise observation about the results of the latest GFB results to your team. So ideally, briefer is basically, oh, we are dropping. Exchange is not performing that much in terms of finance, or something's happening with conference. Basically, like ideally 1 or 2 sentences that compacts everything. Next is top 7 issues and highlights or only the general part. So from the overview tab, as you remember, let's go to the overview tab, right? So from here, this overview tab, briefly discuss the items that intrigued you the most, and what were the results and comments. You may discuss more items alongside the top 7 issues. So based from this overview, you can talk about the top 7 issues. Why are they interesting? What are the results or the comments under that? And if you see that there are items that are not part of the top 7 issues, but you're also quite interested on those parts as well, you can also talk about them. Yeah. So for example, core core performance for entity. This is actually like 53.91. I'm quite interested. Why is it not on the high core performance level? Why is it only on the middle? So those are the type of questions that you can ask yourselves, and then you can also present to the synergy meeting. Then top 7 issues is specific. So based on the assessment that you did with the top 7 issues, through the priority tabs, guide questions, and other resources, meaning this is after you explore the dashboard already, provide insights you understood, list down aspects that you believe needs to be resolved, and if there's any solution that you would recommend, do this for each of the top issue. Yeah, so meaning this number 3, top 7 issues is specific. You present to the people the insights, the bottlenecks, and the solutions. Okay, those 3. Then once you presented this to during synergy meeting, 4 is receive input. So other than providing simply your own financial assessment on a financial perspective, listen to your team's perspectives as well based on their function. For example, for exchange, if you had your opinion based on what's happening with the finances of exchange, then listen to the perspective of exchange people directly on what they can bring into the table, what do they understand of what's happening with their exchange that affecting the finances. So yeah, so this is not only just a one-way conversation, this needs to be a two-way conversation between each other. Yeah, the receive inputs and these number 3 of talking about the specifics, this will actually quite coincide because this is already the discussion working time, solution time. So yeah, sorry, going to the solution time actually, because based on those 2 that I just mentioned, have the solution time, discuss what are the way forward, plan adjustments. So meaning if you based on the what you need to do next, you need to adjust some plans, then do it. And then what are the risks needed to mitigate right away based on your discussion. So this agenda is just a sample on how you can do it, on how to do synergy, so that you can have a fruitful and beneficial discussion. Yeah, and then if you may use this agenda as what you needed, you can adjust it. It depends on how you want to do it. Then if you just want to have a synergy with exchangers, you can just focus on the products part. If you want to have synergy with your commission, you can just focus more with LC entity and products over MC items. Now implementation. So you can implement this however you like. The one that I'm just showing you is just an ideal minimum steps when adjusting your plan. So if you had your own way, that's totally fine. Then, so first part is recollect and adjust. So based from the discussion you had with yourself and your team, list down all of the next items you have discussed and organize them based on first per strategy and project. If your plans are organized per strategy or project, next is per function, if your plans is based on supporting other functions. Third is per urgency and impact, if the next steps are based on immediate action steps or impact of activities, you can adjust the timelines of all strategies, projects, and functional. This is usually done if there's a huge risk involved or if there's a contingency plan that must be created. And then lastly is per budget, if your plans is based on budget execution and payment deadlines. The thing with the per budget, if your plans is based on budget without any strategies, you need to reevaluate how you're doing the whole finance function. So try to organize the next steps within these categories. You can also use other categories, however you like, that's totally fine. Then next is inform. So inform before doing any implementation or downscaling, inform your MC team that you did some changes just to ensure information transfer and accountability. Implement, adjust your processes and systems if needed. Track your budget and track the people responsible delivering the execution. And then, of course, repeat. Every after GFB survey submission, check your results again and repeat the cycle. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for implementation. Now go to your entity FHD. The link is formatted as ice.ec/gfb dashboard minus and then you add three more letters, which are your country ISO code. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy. If you have any more questions, just ask GFB chair, and just see you later for more possible questions and inquiries. Thank you.